What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles channel. Before we get into James' interview, this is the deck list that he actually used in states to actually win, and as you see, it is a very crazy Eevee's Evolution deck. And thing to note, this Landorus is actually a Plasma Landorus. I don't have one online, so just pretend this is a Plasma Landorus. But as you see, it just covers all different types. Of course, you have Eevee, which you could use as sign as the evolution, search deck for 3 different Pokemon, or you use Energy Evolution, which if you attach a rainbow to it, you can search for any Eevee you need. So you have Jolteon for like the Evital matchup if you needed to, Flareon because Vengeance is really good for each like discard Pokemon, and because it's kind of it hurts grass Pokemon too. Glaceon because water weakness to people for Pokemon that are weak to water, obviously. Then you have Leafeon, which is he plays 3 of because there is a lot of Toad out there nowadays. So Energy Crush is a really good attack, and just overall Energy Crush is a good attack. And then Espeon to cover your psychic weakness. And then you have the Landorus, which, just like I said, this is a Plasma Landorus, so it's cover your your fight weakness if you need to. And there's a Kyurem just in case if you can't get if you need like Frost Spirit out of nowhere. It's really good, just a random like 30, but with a Bangle and Deoxys to start does a lot of damage. What, like 60, 70, and you have all 3. You can actually do 90. So Frost Spear is always really good. You do 180 turn 2 with just a Kyurem and a Frost Spear, so that's really good. Like I said, it plays full Rainbow, just so you can get any Pokemon that you want with Energy Evolution. 2 Grass because Leafeon is your biggest attacker in here. And Roller Skates for consistency, Colress Machine, that way you can just attach a plasma energy easier to all your Pokemon. And he does play Life Dew as his A-Spec, so that way if one of them gets knocked out, they have to knock out 6 more, which is pretty cool. Besides that, the deck seems pretty much straightforward, and I mean straightforward as in like it's pretty crazy, and like who would have thought, stakes would be won by an Eevee's tech. And obviously Deoxys is in there just to bump up people's like attack power and stuff like that. But hopefully you enjoyed the interview, and thanks for watching. Okay, in reality, this is the deck that James actually used to win states. It is a Seismitoad Crobat deck list. I know it's really exciting to see that Eevee's might have won a states, but it was actually a Seismitoad Crobat deck. So, of course, Seismitoad has Quake Punch, which does 30 damage, and your opponent can play item cards. And then you have a Zubat Crobat line to put damage counters on any of your opponent's Pokemon you want to. And then he plays 1 Dedenne for kind of the Evital. Kind of ask him about it. And ask him which one is his favorite supporter, as what between the AZ, Skylas, or Rosic, because those are kind of like techie supporters you see in this deck. And besides that, the deck's pretty much straightforward. Oh, and also ask him about the full water energies, and ask him if he Grenade Hammer any, because that's always a cool thing. Grenade Hammer, which does 130 and 32 with 2 of your bench Pokemon, but it's a pretty cool attack if you can pull it off. But I hope you enjoyed the interview. Once again, I'm sorry that Eevee's did not win states. I know not as exciting. It is another Seismitoad Crobat deck, but hopefully you enjoyed the interview, and thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we're doing another states question and answer video with James Stumbo. And James, where did you play at last weekend?
I played in Nebraska.
And how'd you end up doing overall in the tournament?
I ended up winning the whole thing. I went 402 in Swiss and won it in the number 2 seed.
Okay, so do you want to give a quick recap of what decks you played in Swiss and like what you won and lost to?
I didn't actually lose.
Okay, 402. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I went 402.
Okay. Okay.
I played a Fairy deck round 1, Night March round 2, a Plasma round 3, and then Landy Bats round 4, Donphan, Primal Groudon 5, and then I ID'd the last round.
Okay.
Well, I ended up IDing round 5 as well, but I actually had to play one of those games.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little drama involved with that one, but
you want to go to it or not really?
I almost got disqualified for marked cards, and because I guess all my plasma cards you could see the border on them, so they classified that as a marked card, which they were going to disqualify me for, but we looked at the rules, and it's only a game loss for a marked card.
Mm-hmm.
So round 5 I went into with a game loss, and I ended up winning game 2, and my opponent offered ID, so I took it.
Okay.
At 4-0, I took the ID after winning game 2.
Yeah, I would too. That seems like a really good play. And okay, so in top 8, what did you play against?
Top 8 was my round 5 opponent, Don Fan Premo Groudon.
And how did that go?
And game 1 was kind of a blowout. Game 2 I dead drew, and then game 3 ended up being really, really close. Came down to me hitting a couple key cards and sniping Don Fan off the bench to win the game.
Okay, you're very nice. So what happened? What did you play against top 4?
Top 4 was the Landy Bats player I played round 4,
Okay.
and that was just kind of an onslaught. Again, dead drew game 2 and lost, but game 3 I hit like every single heads in the game, so it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
And then the final round I played against another Dawn Fan Primal Groudon, and game 1 was close. I think I ended up one-shotting a Primal Groudon to win the game. And then game 2 we both dead drew. And he just was able to knock out my only active Pokemon. So... And... the last round I ended up top decking to win the game. So yeah, there were some close games.
Okay.
So,
Well, congratulations on winning, so that's very nice.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so in your deck you played like one Lysander, one Xerosic, one Skyla, one Trump card. Which of those 1-ofs was your favorite? And you played one AZ.
Probably the Trump card.
What?
It allowed me to get all the super scoop ups back and the lasers. But really what made it work with that was the Jirachi. The Jirachi's really made the 1-ofs good. I played the Skyla to be able to Skyla computer search DCE, and that just never happened. Like I always thought, like at the beginning of the game, I'd be like Ultra Ball, Jirachi, Skyla, DCs. Just try to make the deck as consistent as possible. And it's like I'd always have either the DCE already, or I would need like 5 other cards on top of it. So it just never worked out that way. But Trump card to get back the super scoop ups and discarding the early bats is a big thing.
Okay. Now you played the one to Dini. Now why was that?
That was just straight for Yveltal. Yveltal's. I feel like Yveltal's only shot is to try to load up a big Yveltal and try to beat the Toad. And so if they drop 3 energy under it, I think it's Muscle Band and Laser knocks it out. So just being able to go up there, take out their only attacker, and then the next turn bring back in a Toad. It's also got a first attack apparently, so lets you search your deck for 2 basics.
Yeah.
So going and grabbing a couple Zubats or the Toad and a Zubat is really good. I only actually used it once, and I think that's only because I started with it. Normally I end up discarding it.
Okay.
I still think I'd play it just to have it, but I just never ran into Yveltal, so it didn't play a huge factor.
Okay. Now, in your deck you play 4 Water Energy. Was that like for Grenade Hammer, or what was that?
That is strictly for Grenade Hammer. And it's really for Primal Groudon. It takes like 3 Golbats and a Crobat, and then you can Muscle Band Grenade Hammer, and basically one-shot the Primal Groudon.
And is that the play you did to one-shot the Primal Groudon on that one turn?
Yeah, that was... like, I set it up over a period of turns, but...
Oh, okay.
I dropped... My first 2 Golbats are on that, and then I think I Crobatted it, and then the turn that I knocked it out, I Ultra Balled for the Golbat, and then Grenade Hammered.
Okay, this is very nice. So,
Yeah.
what was your favorite deck to play against overall the weekend?
Um, favorite. Um, the easiest was definitely probably Night March. uh, those games were kind of one-sided.
Hmm.
But probably my favorite was the Donphan games. Those actually took a little bit of skill just because their deck's so consistent as well that you can't assume they're going to miss something. You have to actually be thinking the next 2 turns ahead.
Okay, that's true.
So I prefer good games rather than easy games, but I'll take easy games too.
I bet everybody will take easy games.
So, yeah, like the Night March round 2. He goes first, drops like 8 Night March in the discard
Hmm.
with a muscle band, and then I'm just like, Dirachi trump card, deafen, or whatever the attack is on second card. I call it deafen.
That's close enough.
Yeah, it does the same thing.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, pass, pass. And then game 2, he's like, well, I'm going to go second now. So he's like, I'm just going to opt into trying to attack you turn 1. And he opens a lone Joltik. So I'm like, laser computer search Furbank. So he didn't even get a turn game 2.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many championship points are you at right now?
I am at 322.
So you got your invite
So
this weekend?
I just got my invite.
Alright,
I needed
congratulations.
second or better, so
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
yeah, it was a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Got to hang out with a lot of good friends, and heart raced with a almost disqualified, but turned out.
Yeah. Okay. Now, are you gonna go to East States this weekend?
There's one in Iowa this weekend that I actually don't know if I'm gonna play in. I just have no idea what to play or what the meta is gonna actually be.
Uh huh.
And a week off for Minnesota might not be a bad idea either.
That's true.
Also, like, with only 4 states this weekend, I feel like Iowa's going to be overpopulated. So
Just a little bit.
I don't know if I want to show up there like 3 hours early to start a line. Because they only have a small amount of room in the store. I think it's like 104 people can fit in that room. So, and that's with juniors and seniors. So I don't know how well this weekend's gonna work out.
Yeah, they didn't think that one through that carefully, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe they got plans that we don't know about.
I think their plan's just to deter people from showing up, and if they do, then not let them play. So I don't think it's gonna be an entertainable weekend. That's kind of why I just kind of want to avoid it.
Yeah, that's very true. Alright. Well, do you want to give any shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, Dane Seschler. He's the one that actually came up with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think I changed like 3 cards from his list. He's a friend of mine here in Iowa. But also Yoshi Tate, who I feel pioneered Battletoad. He's been playing that, I think, beginning of Cities, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's done really well with it. So yeah, I definitely want to shout out to Yoshi Tate and Dane for the list I played. And we'll shout out to Kevin Norton, who does a lot of my testing for me, because I actually don't. He's always on PTCGO testing deck ideas for me and working on the nitty-gritty stuff that I just don't feel like doing. So.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on winning it in your Worlds invite.
Alright, thanks a lot.
Alright, and thank you for doing this, and a good luck, I guess, in next weekend, if you play next weekend or not.
Yeah, we'll see. If I do, I'll probably end up playing the kitty list that I sent you, so.
Okay.
I might actually play with that in a
The
stadium.
kitty list from the very start that I showed.
Yes, that list.
Alrighty, man. Thank you so
So,
much for doing this, and take care.
all right, you too.
Alrighty, bye.